So hello everyone. Welcome if you are new to the channel. Welcome back if you love me. I love you too. We're here for the new moon in Virgo. These are the Golden Staircase themed secret codename readings. All right. If you are unfamiliar with what the secret codenames in these readings are purchased by individuals through my Etsy shop. Okay, and they are given a secret code name. So the secret code names are their personal readings for the energy going on right now. The beauty of these readings is that anybody can resonate to a secret code name. We're all connected. We all share similar energies. We all go through similar paths and circumstances with people in life. So if you are drawn to one, if one of them stands out to you, if you're like, I don't know, there's just something about the secret code name, I got to listen to it. There's probably a message in there for you. Okay. The secret code names today are Rapunzel, Serenade, Rumple, and the Golden Goose. All right, the timestamps will be in the comments after the live is over. All right, just give me a minute. They'll be in the comments. Okay. But we're going to go through each of the secret code names. If you would like to get your own secret code name for upcoming moon events, get your own personal reading here, then you can. The information for my Etsy shop is in the description. You can get them there. They will only be happening because I've been doing these moon events for at least 3 or 4 years now. All the different moon events. As of the end of 2023 on December 26th, it will be our last moon event like this. Okay, it'll be the last secret codename moon event. Only my Divine Rebel memberships will be getting access to moon event readings beyond that. Okay, in 2024 it's Divine Rebel members only. If you would like to sign up and join us as a Divine Rebel, get your diamond badges and all that wonderful good stuff. All of the perks that you get for being a member are also in the description, and you can sign up and enter yourself into this giveaway that's going on right now, which if you don't know and haven't seen the video yet, you should probably check it out. That link's also in the description. Everything you fucking need, okay, is in the description. Everything you need, just go in the description and read it. Okay. Keep in mind, I do have no filter. Okay, I care more about your healings than I do your feelings. Okay, if you ask me if I care about your feelings, the answer is not really. Okay, the answer is not really. Like, I care, but not that much. Like, I prefer healing. So, there may be things that come out of my mouth that are a little bit raw and real, and not everybody can chill with it. All right, so if you can't chill, then respectfully, you should probably find another channel that helps you chill. Okay, it's not me. I care about your happiness long term. I care about you feeling whole and enjoying your life, truly being grateful for your life. So if that requires a more blunt message, then so be it. Right, I just, spirit gives me the message, and it is what it is. Okay. For today's readings, I am using the Wheel of the Year Tarot and Symbolon. All right, those are the two decks that I was guided to for this message. Now, if you are a Divine Rebel Diamond, I did do a very lengthy video on this new moon, okay, and all of the energies for it. I went over the entire chart, this chart right here, okay. I went over the whole chart, sign by sign, and house by house, and pulled some cards at the end so that spirit can get its word in about it. The video was, if it wasn't 2.5, then it was 3.5 hours, but it was up there. But I went through the whole thing. So if you guys are feeling it, you've got really strong Virgo energy in your chart. You've got really strong Pisces energy in your chart. You've got really strong Capricorn energy in your chart. You might want to go check it out. Okay. Even Aries, if you got strong Aries or strong Libra, you might really want to go check it out. Okay. Well, fuck, if you got Taurus and Leo too. If you got Taurus or Leo too, because there's a major square going on between Venus and Juno and Jupiter, okay, in the fixed signs of Taurus and Leo. So if you've got major placements, right, major planets inside those signs, you may really want to go and sign up and check that video out. That video alone is worth the sign up. So, of course, that will help everybody else with all of their houses. I read it from the perspective of Taurus rising. So if you are Taurus rising, that'll be extra special for you, because at the time that this new moon is exact, Jupiter is ascending. Okay, Jupiter is literally in the sky at dawn, wherever it is, dawn in the world right now. It's Jupiter rising. All right, so it's big energy. Okay, big energy. And there's a lot of really deep insights in that video. So I highly recommend checking it out. Okay, with that, let's get started. Oh, just in case you are super curious about the necklace, I got this on Etsy by a shop that goes by Handmade by Alex Santa. That's the name of the shop. Okay, she does beautiful stuff. I found her, she's based out of Ukraine. I found her when everything was popping off. It was when the conflict over there was first amping up, and I like to support people, you know what I mean? I like to do charity and things like that, but I don't necessarily trust big corporation charity type things, like big whatever charities. I don't trust them. I decided that I was just going to literally help out a local Ukrainian. So this is her shop. All right, and you can check it out if you want. She does amazing handmade stuff. I'm also rocking, y'all know how much I love Dreamer Apothecaries, Stephanie. I totally am wearing the new moon mist all over. I fucking love it. So they don't pay me to advertise, y'all. I just simply fucking love them and can't not at least mention them because they're that kind of amazing. So shout out to both of yous. All right. Enough of that. Let's get into these messages. So we're going to start with Rapunzel. And we're going to start with Symbolana. I want to get an overall energy before I get some deeper insight into the tarot for you. All right. Thank you to everybody who's dropping likes. I love you and appreciate you. You the best. And shout out to everybody who is sober. Okay. You all are the real minority. The real, completely forgotten about fucking minority. If you are holding it down, being fucking sober in a world where everybody ain't, shout out to you. Okay. Shout out to you. The whole world ain't high or drunk, I promise. Oh, for real though. All right, Rapunzel. Let's see, 9 minutes on the dot. Let's start right there. All right, Spirit, please, for secret codename Rapunzel and those who would be drawn to it, what insight into the energy with this golden staircase? Because the whole energy behind the theme is the highest path, right? The highest aligned path, that golden energy, right? Where we kind of follow the golden rule into our ascension, right? Virgo doesn't miss a beat. So let's see. Secret codename Rapunzel. The golden staircase, I guess, in this regard would be her hair. Right? For real. What's the overall energy, please? for secret code name Rapunzel. All right. Get cardboard here. Cancerian energy, Geminian energy. Moon and Mercury. Now, Mercury is still retrograding. All right. As of this moment, it is retro, and there's a new moon. If you look real close on the card, it's like a sliver of a moon, but it's pretty darn new. Okay, there's literally a new moon on the card. This energy, I feel, because this is Hermes, right? That's Hermes, the messenger god. That's mercurial energy. He's the messenger, and I feel like he's coming to comfort what is essentially a very emotionally weary or emotionally tired Cancerian energy, right? She's sitting on this little chaise and she's like, oh, like beat, right? Just beat. And he's in this forward movement, right? He's very motion filled, but he's also hand on shoulder, right? Consoling at the same time. So it's almost like getting this message of, no matter how tired you are, sometimes you got to keep moving forward. Like you can stop to rest for a minute if you need to rest, but we got to keep moving forward, right? We have to keep moving forward. We can't sit and stagnate anywhere too long. You know what I mean? So this is going to be the overall message. Let's get some more insight into that. What does Spirit need to know about that energy? This is secret code name Rapunzel. All right, this is a need to really nurture the mind, right? Cancerian energy is nurturance, and Mercury being mind is really having to take care of your own mental health. Like really make it a point to get out in nature and ground. I mean, she's literally barefoot and she's got her feet on the ground. So, make it a point to breathe some fresh air, release yourself from stressful environments for a day or a night if you have to, whenever that arises over the next month or so, because, these moons work in cycles. So between this new moon and the next new moon, really just kind of focus on clearing out your mind and clearing through your emotions, getting rid of whatever excess emotional baggage you may be carrying, because it's only going to be heavy in your forward movement, right? Because the Hermean energy is really talking about continuing to move forward. So the less you weigh yourself down with, the better, right? This is a clean slate. New moons are clean slate. It's fresh manifestation energy. So you don't want to take old energy with you, okay? You don't want to take old energy with you. This is new, right? Very new. Insight, please. What does secret code name Rapunzel need to know? We've got the King of Chalices, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands. It's crazy. There's a gorgeous hawk on this card, and I saw one yesterday. It was literally chilling on the ground, right? Just sitting there. I was like, that's so crazy. Took a picture of him on my phone. Okay. Hierophant is on the bottom. So immediately, as soon as I saw this card, it's like, you're asking Spirit, am I done learning yet? Am I done the healing process yet? You know what I mean? Because it's Chiron. Chiron is sufferable, painful healing, right? It's high spiritual tests that come along with the Hierophant. It's Taurean energy, right? We were talking about that Uranus and Jupiter kind of energy going on in Taurus right now. And it's like you're on your knees. Your masculine, which is your mind, is on its knees, like begging spirit, like, am I done this now? Am I over this now? Right? It's that tired, it's that emotionally, mentally tired feeling, and really wanting to be done with the heaviness. We've got the Queen of Pentacles on top, and Virgo, that's your card. Okay, in this deck anyway, it's a Virgo card. So we've got this trine energy, right? We've got this trine energy going on technically from the sun and moon in Virgo to Uranus. The sun and moon are at 21 degrees. Uranus is at 22 degrees Taurus. There's a beautiful trine there. And as the moon continues to move forward, it'll make an exact trine to Uranus, and same with the sun, right? The sun will click into 22 degrees tomorrow, make an exact trine tomorrow. So there's revelation that comes along with Uranus, right? Because Uranus comes in like a lightning flash. And the things or the ideas that come to you during this time, it's about diligence. It's about perfecting a piece of yourself. It's about doing something in the outer experience to claim where you are with your new inner experience. So, for example, you might have, we'll say, let your closet go, right? Or you let your room go and it's a little bit behind, right? Maybe your clothes have piled up a little bit. Maybe your room's not that tidy, right? We're talking Virgoian energy. Maybe it's been a little bit behind. So in this energy, claiming your new inner experience, right? The releasing of old energy. Maybe you decide today you're going to tackle your room because you're not going to sit in that old mess of an energy anymore, right? You're going to organize yourself. You're going to clean. You're going to vacuum. You're going to deep clean, right? You're going to make your fucking bed, for crying out loud. Like, you're going to go ham in order, maybe light a really nice candle or an incense or something, and just like enjoy your new energy, and really have that moment with spirit that, if you're asking spirit, are you done, or am I done yet? Am I done this healing yet? Am I done this pain yet? Is it finally over? Spirit is going to look at you and say, that's up to you. It's always been up to you, right? It's always been up to you. It's never been up to spirit. It's a matter of, when do we want it to click? When do we want it to click, right? Spirit's always known it was our choice. So the King of Chalices came out with the Princess of Wands. This is about being really emotionally vulnerable and real with yourself and choosing to reinvent, right? Phoenix Rising is the Princess of Wands energy. This is choosing a new you. This is choosing to let go of the past. Like the Princess of Wands here, if you look at this card, like the way it's sitting here, she's looking to the King of Cups, that love, right? That King of Love type energy. But the back is to her, his back is to her. And she's looking, and all she's got is this letter, right? This love letter that's sealed with red ribbon and a rose. It's like, and she's like, where did you go? Like, you left me this letter, right? You left me this message. But where are you? It's almost like she got stood up, right? It's almost like she got stood up, like she was looking to be with the king. And she was expecting him there, and then all she got was this letter and a rose, And so it's having to redefine the self, we've got the Four of Wands, which is typically like, I mean, a lot of people view it as a counterpart card, but it's a celebration card. It's a joy card. And it came out with the Four of Swords, which is a rest card. You know, it's a hibernation card in this deck, right? It's feeling like joy is on ice, right? Like the joy is on ice. And I feel with the Eight of Wands and the World card, like Spirit is really drumming home the message to close the cycle, right? To really embrace and accept that something truly is over, and what's over is your pain, right? It's the pain, it's the grief, it's the emotional, mental tiredness, right? Spirit, this message is really, really drumming it, right? Temperance energy is healing, it's alchemy, and it's patience, right? The Eight of Chalices is about moving forward, right? That's under that. So I feel like if you want to really work on your best energy, focus on your mundane right now. Focus on your mundane world, right? Focus on your money, focus on your work, focus on your aesthetic, right? Focus on your aesthetic. I'm telling you right now, given my fluffy bun ain't as fluffy as I would normally have it because it's half wet. All right. But this weekend, this nice bright blonde is getting dyed a pretty dark blonde. You know, like it's time to shift. It's time to welcome in some kind of new energy. Like if you're going to reclaim your new self, let that reflect in yourself. Let that reflect in yourself. You know, feel good about the shift. Feel good about the shift. You know, it's crazy. You know, people joke because, you know, when women exit out of relationships and stuff like that, they almost always end up changing their hair. You know, it's like it's a big joke. Oh, she changed her hair. Did she break up with someone? Like, you know what I mean? But when we go through phases and things in our life and we claim new energy, like that's why though. You know, like it was crazy because when I left my ex, I had claimed myself and chopped all of my dark hair off. I couldn't stand the black, dark hair anymore. My lovely roots are too bright and light for that. And I was letting it grow out, and I couldn't take the light roots against the dark hair anymore. And I was going to wait, and I just said, fuck it. And I chopped all my hair off, and it was like way, way, way too short. It took me like 3 days to stop crying. But, you know, I kind of knew then that him and I were going to end because I was not the same person. Energetically speaking, I was not the same person. You know, I had claimed a new self knowingly or unknowingly at the time, right? And I ended up leaving him, I think less than a month, maybe 3 weeks later, we were done. And, you know, even now with this urge to shift into another color, it feels good. It feels right. It feels like it's time for the energetic change, you know? So I would recommend the same. I would claim something new, you know, if you haven't already, right? If you haven't already. So I have faith that will help you, you know, at the very least, really embrace moving forward and what you can do actively, like your own masculine energy, what you can do to really appreciate your new vibes, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Kristen. I agree. Yeah. It is a form of mourning. It is. It can be. It can be for sure. Sometimes we change it and then we change it again and then we change it again. I'm gonna start with dark blonde, but I'm really tempted into like a cinnamon brown, and I'm trying not to go there. Part of me wants that warm cinnamon brown color. I love that color, and I really don't want the red tones in my hair with this blonde underneath. I really don't. All right. Let's see. Secret code name. Serenade. We are starting at 26 minutes. 13 seconds. Serenade. Secret code name Serenade. And what's interesting about this secret code name, I didn't get like a visual image, which more oftentimes than not, that's what I get. I get a visual image of what the secret code name is, but I literally just heard the word. Okay. I just heard the word serenade. And so, however that makes sense for you, yeah, however that makes sense for you. I heard it. That's all I got. That's all I got. So, all right. Let's see. Secret code name Serenade. Ooh, that came right out. What is the overall message? Cancerian energy. That's the second time we've got Cancer on the cards. These might be real significant, guys, if you have natal Cancer energy, because Cancerian energy is not highly aspected in the cosmos right now. The only thing going on is minor asteroids, and to be fair, Vesta, the asteroid Vesta, just clicked into Cancer. It is at 0 degrees and 17 seconds, Cancer. Now, Vesta is one of the vestigial virgin goddesses, and she was really committed to honoring service and charity. She's very Virgo in her energy, to be fair. All about work and service, all about the health of other people, right? The spiritual health of other people, really into that kind of work. And she never took a partner, right? She just dedicated herself to service. And so her clicking into Cancer is really about nurturing your own purpose. And in this particular card, you might want to watch the golden goose, because the kid here is holding the golden egg. Okay, the golden goose is going to be the last reading today. We've already done Rapunzel. We're doing Serenade now. Then we've got Rumple, and then it's the golden goose. So if you are guided to Serenade, you may also want to see what kind of message comes through for you to resonate with you in the golden goose. Because I feel like this energy is obviously very like Virgin Mary as well, right? You can see that obviously the feminine here in the blue robes with the halo and the crown of stars. Like, it's very, with the child, right, who also has the halo, it's very Virgin Mary type energy here. And it's a full moon on this card, reflecting in the water too. I feel with this, is those calla lilies? Irises. Oh, I fucking love it. She's got irises on her gown. So listen, whatever energy is happening for you right now, that you've got Serenade, and that's the secret code name that you were drawn to. I feel like the universe is about to do that. I know that might sound a little crazy, but it almost feels like the universe is about to serenade you. Like the way I'm pulling this energy, let that zoom real quick. It's like that's your inner child, right? That's your inner child with this egg of opportunity, right? This golden egg. And the universe, or the high mother, right? That high goddess energy is the one nurturing you, right? Surrounded by the stars. Like I feel like the universe is about to kind of sing you a song of blessings, if that makes sense. Especially as Vesta gets closer to trine with Jupiter. Or not trine, sextile, forgive me. As she gets closer to sextile with Jupiter, right? Because Jupiter's retrograding towards the sextile and Vesta is moving forward towards the sextile. So they're kind of, closing in on each other. She's also in trine to Saturn right now, and she'll be in trine to Ceres in Scorpio. So if you want to talk about Ceres being the high mother type energy, she's going to be in trine with Vesta, right? Ceres is in mythology. She's Demeter, right? That's Persephone's mother. And she's the one that controls the seasons, right? We're literally using the Wheel of the Year Tarot, and this whole deck is about seasons. This is Symbolon, but, insight deck. And so I feel like whatever is coming in for you is the universe pulling in some deep energy. Yeah, I feel like it's the universe pulling in some deep energy. So let's get some more insight into what this is. Let's get some more insight. Spirit, please. For secret code name Serenade. Bang, double tens. With the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. And the Tower. There's that Uranus energy. Clarities, please. Knight of Chalices. Spirit's going to offer you help. Yeah, the 10 of Cups, clarified by the Sun. What? 9 of Pentacles here, that's abundance. With the Justice card, like for real though, that tower, that Uranus energy, right? With the lightning, that's Mars. That's Mars and Libra right there. That is Mars and Libra, just bringing in some major balance. Major balance. I feel with this, you can see the 10 of Wands, right? The 10 of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Chalices, right? The Knight of Cups. It's almost like they're walking up this hill and they're relatively close, right? But they're carrying quite a heavy load on their backs. And it's like all of a sudden they run into this Knight of Cups. And the only thing that Knight of Cups is doing is expressing compassion, right? Hey, do you want to attach them to my horse? And my horse will carry them right up for you. You don't have to carry that load. That's exactly how I read that energy. It's like, hey, Why don't you guys just stop for a moment and enjoy a drink, right? Just enjoy a refreshing drink and let me and my horse carry that load up for you. Seems like you've been walking with it for a while. It's literally like the universe just takes a load off. And then we've got this 10 of chalices, the 10 of cups with the sun card. That is auspicious AF. This energy here, I feel like, I know it's not the star card, but it feels like a dream. Like that actually came true and manifested, right? Or that you know what the dream is and you can see it in your mind's eye and you're taking actions in alignment with it, right? This sovereignty energy, this in my zone type energy is choosing the 10 of cups. You're manifesting and you already fucking know it. Like that's the thing. The high priestess energy, you already know it's there. You already know it's coming. It's like, it's not like, when am I going to get a break, right? God, spirit, or God, universe, or God, like, when am I going to get a break, right? When am I going to get a break? When is my luck going to finally turn? It's like you've felt your luck turning for a while and it just hasn't happened yet. You're like, I know it's coming. I can feel it coming. And then all of a sudden it does. All of a sudden it does. I think the universe is working some big stuff. Some really happy, take a load off stuff. I just heard it is due. It is due. Like, it's your time. It's your time. And it's coming in because you're sovereign. That's the underlying energy. It's coming in because you're sovereign. It might absolutely come in the form of a suitor. Because the 6 of cups is under that and the strength card is under that. Like whoever this is that's coming in, sacred soulmate, doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a best friend. It could be someone that you meet and just end up taking a chance on them and the work starts getting done, right? The work starts getting done and it's like someone comes in and helps you take the bull by the horns, you know? And it's just, I feel like it's a relief. I feel like it's a relief. Like, look at that energy. Glad to help. The bull is pissed. You know, but it's like, oh, and I'm hearing that song by Temper Trap that just prompted me with this card because they're both being, they're both in the water together here. And it's that song like, because if we have to fall, we'll fall together. Just take my hand, because the time is now or never. And if we have to fall, we'll fall together. What is that song? Mm-hmm. I love the Temper Trap, by the way. Love them. I'm going to see. I know. It might be called Rise and Fall. Might be called Rise and Fall by the Temper Trap. Fall Together. Maybe that's it. Hold on. I got to turn the volume down because I don't want YouTube to flag. Yeah, that's it. It's called Fall Together. On their album, Thick as Thieves. Their album is Thick as Thieves. They're awesome. Okay, if you don't know who the Temper Trap is, Awesome band. But that's the song, Fall Together. So, yeah. Whatever is coming in for you, it's good. I feel like it's a major relief. The Golden Staircase. I don't think you actually have to do anything other than recognize the staircase for what it is and take the steps. Which easier said than done, right? But I think if you trust your gut, that right, that Cancerian energy, if you're really just trusting of your intuition, I think the energies going on right now with that Ceres and Vesta trine are going to really help you out. Okay. Yeah, they'll really, that energy will really help you out, especially if your water is challenged in your chart or limited in your chart. That energy will help give your own intuitive psychic abilities a boost, right? If you just picture your highest good, right? Or you want to visualize a golden staircase and visualize yourself walking up that staircase, right, to your highest good outcome. Just smile at the thought and let yourself be inspired to act from there, because visualization manifestation is the fucking key, and not everybody really gets how to use it correctly. I was just having this conversation with Tanya Tomes, right? Coach TT. I was just having this conversation with her. And, you know, if we see a worst case scenario, it's because the energy within that person and, you know, or whoever involves, you know, the worst case scenario playing out. I said, that's the current energy and what the current energy will manifest. But if you can recognize that the vision you're holding, right, of the worst case scenario is where the current energy is, I said, you can simply choose the outcome that you want in your mind and choose to see that, and then allow yourself to be guided to act from that visualization, because that's the visualization that you'll achieve. That energy is what will be achieved, right? Even if it's not specifically the way you envision it, the energy of that visualization will be what you achieve, because your energy would override the energy of the whole situation, right? High aligned energy is high aligned energy, will always trump low vibe energy. Always. The high vibe energy will run the show. It just will. So if you hold beautiful visions and beautiful feelings in your mind's eye, that's what you'll manifest, right? Allow yourself to make choices in accordance with those visuals and those feelings, right? All right. Secret code name, Rumple. Secret code name, Rumple. And if y'all have ever seen the show Storybrooke, Once Upon a Time, right? Once Upon a Time, and it takes place in Storybrooke. I literally saw Rumple, like Rumpelstiltskin, Rumple. And he's an interesting character. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Thanks. Thanks. Siri's so funny. I guess when I said Sandy, Siri thought I said her. So Siri goes, I feel good. Oh, show it. Oh my God. Siri said, I feel good. Thanks for asking. That's great. Yeah, I love that show. I ended up moving and didn't own a fucking TV and never finished watching the series. I was so sad. I have no fucking clue how the show continued. I think I watched like 5 or 6 seasons. Oh my God. But yeah, it was Rumple. And the interesting about Rumple's character is that the way the show works, it ties in fairy tales, right? It's called Once Upon a Time. But Rumple is the beast in Beauty and the Beast. He's the beast. But he's also the villain in quite a few other stories. Like Rumple is one of those common thread characters that takes place in all of the different fairy tales. He's kind of like the epitome of lawful chaos, because Rumple makes deals and he doesn't break his deals, right? He makes a deal and he commits to the deal, but he always benefits from the deal. No matter who makes a deal with him, they are going to get the short end of the stick. But he also has this interesting depth of emotion that tends to kind of get tickled in the series, right? It taps in on it. But he always ends up snapping back into his very Rumple self, you know? And the whole time I was watching the show, I think he might have been my favorite character in the show. His character development, everything, the tension within him was just phenomenal, the way the actor played it. But yeah, Rumpelstiltskin. Rumple. So if you're not familiar with the show, you should definitely check it out if you can, because it's a great show. And if you're learning the mirror, yeah. Yeah, Christina, how you doing too? Yeah, if you're learning the mirror, I think it would be interesting for you to watch that show, because the fairy tales mirror in the real life scenario. And obviously the real life scenarios mirror in the fantasy, story realm of things. And I think it'll give you a really glorious view of how things reflect across timelines. Mm-hmm. I know. I love Rumple. I know. I love Rumple. So anyway, getting into the actual secret code name. For those of you who are drawn to this. Yeah, Rumple's great. You could not help both loving and hating Rumple. You absolutely loved him and fucking hated him too. All right. We've got interesting. Secret code name Rumple. We've got Taurian and Sagittarian energy and Piscean and Aquarian energy. We got 2 cards that came out from Symbolon. Now, Taurus and Sag, this is an abundance of offerings, right? An abundance of faith. It's like an abundance of gifts coming in, like charity, right? Because Taurus is abundance, it's 3D, it's mundane, and Sagittarius is faith. So this is like major donations. You can see how there's like a pile over here of charitable items, and how they're all holding something, right, to offer. And this person's in high gratitude, like, thank you so much. And if you see, there's something in the background right there that's hard to make out, but it's almost like Spirit gave us the clarifying card, and that's it. It's this Ace of Cups type energy, this love is king type energy. And on the bottom, it's like adjudication, right? It's Sagittarius and Virgo. It's like the high courts. So I'm feeling with Rumple, the universe may be giving you a pretty big fucking blessing. Okay, to be fair. I feel that there may be continuous blessings that come in. However, Spirit is only going to allow these blessings to continue to come in if you hold good to the deal, right? At some point, the universe is going to say, do you deserve the blessings? And for a while, you might say, yes, of course I deserve these blessings. Yes, of course I deserve these blessings. And more blessings come in, and you still might be a, yes, I deserve the blessings. Yes, I deserve the blessings. But at what point do you receive so many blessings that you start to feel unworthy of the blessings, right? That's the question. Like, I'm good, Spirit, but am I that good? I'm deserving, Spirit, but am I that deserving? It's like, at what point do you psych yourself out and say, I don't deserve all of this? Right? Especially when it comes to like love. Especially when it comes to love, right? Because Rumpel does the same thing. He feels like he deserves so much, but when it comes to love, he fumbles. He fumbles, right? It's like being in a relationship with someone, and I'll use my ex because it was a great example. He went through a lot in his fucking life. And I was this beautiful light, right? And I was able to give and able to bless and able to be present for him for so long. And then at some point, he literally said to me, I don't deserve you. And the sabotaging behavior started to set in. At what point in the receptive energy do we doubt our deservingness? Think about that. Maybe you could get blessed with wonderful fortune from your job. Maybe you can get blessed with wonderful love from your kids. Maybe you can get blessed with, anything in the outer experience. But when it comes to your partner, when it comes to love, how much love can you receive before feeling unworthy? Like they're being too good to you. And the fact of the matter is, they will never be too good for you so long as you are reciprocal. If you don't feel deserving of the love that you're receiving from someone, it's because you're not giving the same consideration or the same amount of love or compassion or the same amount of whatever, fill in the blank, back. It was a one-way street. Because if it was two-way the whole time, you would never feel undeserving. So Spirit said, if I'm going to give you these blessings, I need you to bless me back. Well, how do I do that, Spirit? How do I bless you? Do as you're guided. Do as you're guided. Be grateful. Hold gratitude. Do as you're guided. Receive more blessings. Be grateful. You're doing Spirit's work. You're doing the universe's work. The higher ups, their work. You're doing the work here. Whether that means you're giving a compliment to a stranger or telling someone that you don't date addicts. Sorry, you're a really nice person. I can't find anything about you that I don't like other than you're an addict and I don't date them. And they're just like, oh, what do you mean? And they go fucking crazy and block you online and all your friends because you said I don't date addicts and you stood up for yourself. Because you deserve better than that. Right? Sometimes the universe guides you to love others, and sometimes the universe guides you to love yourself, and you will always be deserving if you can hold the balance between the two. Always give credit where due. But don't ever sacrifice your own due credit for someone else's quote unquote potential which Sagittarian energy is fucking known for. They are the sign known for seeing someone's potential. They're the long distance seer. They see the bullseye. They see what someone can potentially turn into, that bullseye. People don't always hit the mark, though. And you could see someone's potential for years and they'll never pull it out. So how many years do you want to suffer for potential? You know what I mean? So like if you deserve and you're grateful, then know where your boundaries are that keep you safe, that keep you happy and full, that you're not willing to compromise on certain things, right? This is about a balance between love of others and love of self. Let's get some more insight. Yeah. You will never feel like you're undeserving if you're truly reciprocating. And if someone is considering you, feel blessed, because if they're considering you, you don't have to be the only one considering yourself. They consider you for you. You know, that's the big thing that, you know, narcissists or sociopaths fall into. They don't feel like anybody genuinely cares about them. So they're constantly in survival mode, only caring about themselves because no one else cares. That's their belief system. That's their perception. No one else genuinely cares about me, so I'm out for myself. And then you find empaths who are like, no, I'm genuine. I genuinely care about you. And you're pouring into a black hole because their perception will not change. You have motives. No, it's genuine. And it is. But they're like, no, you have motives. You're using me for something. This is transactional. The only reason why it's working right now is because I'm benefiting from you, right? Because I'm out for myself. So there has to be this balance, right? There has to be this balance where you can understand if someone else is considering you, you don't have to consider you so hard. You can just simply consider them back because they're taking time from considering them to consider you. And so you can consider them in return. That's reciprocity. You can either both go into it thinking only about yourselves, or you can go into it truly thinking about each other, right? It's the only real way to relationships, two different relationship dynamics that can work. Either both parties care about themselves and only themselves, and it's mutually beneficial, or there's genuine love there, and each person in the relationship is considering the other so that the other doesn't feel like they have to look out for themselves. They're being looked after instead, right? Let's see. Insight, please. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Kristen. You're welcome. We've got the Hermit on bottom, right? Virgo energy. And then the Seven of Wands on top. Now, this Seven of Wands is interesting because they're building a barricade to keep the flood out. Right, this is the top and bottom. Now I keep all of my cards in the deck upright. So when they fall out in reverse, I read them in reverse, okay? I got the Four of Cups here clarified by the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Then I got the Ace of Wands reversed clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. And then I've got the Knight of Wands reverse clarified by the Six of Cups, which immediately screamed asshole. Right? Sacred soulmate who's a Knight of Wands in reverse. That's selfish. That's selfish pride. That's egotistical. That's argumentative. Fucking asshole. Probably someone who plays around or flirts around. And it's not attractive, right? It's not attractive. That Ace of Wands in the reverse is not it's not attractive. It's not a turn on. You need someone who puts the work in, right? The Black Horse, look at that. The Black Horse is someone who puts the work in, right? And you might not be attracted to a guy who is, or well, I say guy because there's a guy on the card, but partner, right? Masculine energy, someone who thinks, right? Masculine is the mind. Someone who does the work. You're not attracted to that. You're Four of Cups in the window waiting, right? The rainy day, waiting for this Ace of Coin in reverse. It's not coming. You're waiting for this new foundation and it's not coming. Right? Waiting for the clean slate, the new reality, and it's not coming. And it's because you keep attracting this arrogant little bitch energy. You know what I mean? Like, let's get real. You're in this energy where you're attracted to the bad boy type or the bad girl type energetic frequency. So why are you keeping the love out, right? Because the flood, the water is the suit of love. Okay. So the environment, spirit is trying to flood you. And you're keeping the love out, which means you kind of have to go within and figure out why. Why is someone who puts in the work not attractive? Why are you, waiting for this magic beanstalk type thing, right? This Four of Pentacles energy. Like, you might need to up the league that you go after, right? It's like all these years you saying, well, I wouldn't go after that person. They're out of my league. They're out of my league. Are they though? Are they out of your energetic lead though? Like, if you work hard, you're good at what you do, you're a kind person, good person, you got great work ethic yourself, maybe you have plenty money, right? You don't need anyone for anything. Why would you not vibe to someone who is exactly the same? Unless you view yourself as a league lower. Where does that insecurity come from? Why would you not go for someone more like you? Or why would you push it out and say, no, spirit? No, they would never go for someone like me. Think about those words. I could never flirt with them, spirit. They would never go for someone like me. I could never smile at them, spirit. They wouldn't smile back at me. What kind of assumption have you made about the energetic league that you're in? Because if you don't think that someone in your actual league would be attracted to you, you're knocking yourself down a peg, and that is why you're attracted to these fucktards. These fucktards who don't see your value, who are wildly insecure, right? Who are wildly insecure. Why would you put yourself in a league with the likes of them and deal with that? Who the fuck wants to deal with that bullshit? I could sit here in my pajamas with my hair in a crazy bun, and I could have all my shit the way I do. And you bet your ass I ain't stopping myself from vibing with anybody. They can get in their own damn way. I told you, we're the minority, okay? We're the real minority here, okay? But why would I knock myself down a peg? Why would I knock myself down a peg? I'm straight edge. I don't actually want to date an addict. I don't drink. I don't smoke anything. I don't do pills. None of that stuff. I am fucking high on life. So why would I say, well, I haven't really met anybody else like me yet, right? I haven't really met another straight edge who has all their shit together, and they're not straight edge because they're broke, right? They're not straight edge because they're fucking broke, right? They are genuinely straight edge. They're happy and full with their own life. Like, I haven't met that person yet. And to top it off, they've got to be okay with my spirituality, right? They've got to be okay with my calling. So, they could be straight edge, but if they're not into crystals and they're a fucking gym whore, then we're still not compatible. It's not the same. I haven't found this person yet. So do I go after the guy, right? And I'm speaking personally, like, do I go after the guy that isn't right for me because he does have addictions, just because he's super nice, because he has his own house, because he's got a nice job, right? Because of all the other things check off the list. All the other things, all the other check marks are there. Except the first one. Because if you can't get by this one, all the other check marks don't fucking matter. That's my hard line. That's my hard line. So you got to figure out what your hard lines are. Because if they're not straight edge, I don't even consider them. I won't even consider you. Like, I wish you nothing but the best in life, but you're not for me. I won't deal with it. Right? I just won't. Second line after that, do they have their own place? Or the ability to get their own place, right? Do they have their own car? Like those things, right? The other check marks that come after it. You got to figure out what it is that you're attracted to. What is it that is attractive to you? And instead of, being attached to someone or connecting with someone because of chemistry, because there's this weird connection. Listen, weird connections are cosmic as fuck. That's astrological. You feel that crazy connection because of the astrology. Okay. Jupiter Chiron placements, Jupiter Neptune placements. Oh my God. Jupiter Neptune. Let's blow up the fantasy. Let's blow up the delusion, right? Let's find ourselves in some fucking la la land where we think somebody is sent from God. Let's blow up the illusion, right? There's always going to be something in your chart that can attract you to people, especially if you've got wounds, right? Chiron, Lilith, Pluto, Saturn type shit. Unhappy marriages, love Saturn. Love Saturn. That is long-term binding contract. Fucking painful. If you want what will work long term, then you have to figure out what is actually attractive to you. Because if you have someone in front of you that checks all of the fucking boxes and meets you on the side of the line that you're on, and you're not feeling it, it's because your wounds are getting in the way. Because there ain't nothing keeping you from being with someone who checks off all your boxes. They're in your league of energy, the league of energy you want to be in. So if you're not attracted to someone who literally checks off everything on this is what I find attractive list, why then? What in here is blocking you from being attracted to everything you find attractive? And if they're not those things, if they are not those things, and they don't check off one box, they don't check that box off. Wait until they fucking do. Wait until they check off that goddamn box or move on to the next. Move on to the next. That wonderful addict who checks off all the boxes except that one will probably be wonderful for another alkie. They will fall madly in love and be drunks together. Hallelujah. That guy who just wants someone to put up with all of his bullshit because he's got a fuck ton of money and that's all he's got and he really needs a gold digger. Amen. I hope to God he finds his gold digger who puts up with all his shit and they live happily ever after. That's not for me though. Right? You got to figure out what it is you really want and what lines you are and aren't willing to cross. Because some lines, it's not worth fucking crossing. It's not worth fucking crossing them. And well, let's just find out. Let's see if it works. See if they change later. Don't ever say them words to yourself. Well, maybe they'll change down the road. Maybe they'll give it up later. They can give it up first. If they're not willing to give it up first, they're not in alignment with your highest good, which means you're downgrading. Means you're knocking your energy down a peg because you're too insecure about manifesting what you really fucking want. Don't put your head up your ass. Don't. Don't. Every time you say universe, I know they're close, but they don't fit the bill. Yep, that's closer, but they still don't fit the bill. Wow, spirit, that's really close, but they don't fit the bill though. And you keep saying, no, I'm not selling myself or my energy or my highest good short. Eventually, spirit will say, touche. Touche. You have left yourself open for what it is you really want to receive. And you'll get it. Do not be insecure about what you fucking deserve, what you want. Make it clear with yourself. Write it in a journal. Write it down. Wrap it up. Anoint it with some essential oils. Light that shit on fire safely and securely. And let the ashes go outside. Give it to Gaia. Give it to the universe. Give it to God. Whatever you give it to. This is my wish, spirit. And I'm not going to cross any lines that would prevent me from getting it. Period. That is co-creating with spirit right there. Put your order out to the universe. Spirit's like fucking divine Amazon. You tell spirit what you want. Spirit says, awesome. Put it in the cart. Get exactly what you want. And give me some time to deliver. Don't go buying other shit that's going to arrive first. You want it expedited? You want it expedited. You got to pay a little extra for expediting things, right? Be willing to take leaps of faith if you want it expedited. That's all I'm going to say about that. Be willing to take leaps of fucking faith. Okay. The Golden Goose. 114.44. I like that. The golden goose. The golden goose that lays the golden eggs. I think the only thing better than a golden egg of an opportunity is the golden goose. Which is why the golden goose is so sought after. Right, it's coveted. What's the overall energy for the golden goose of people who were drawn to it, resonated to it? We got Aries, Mars energy, which is interesting because Mars is in Libra now with South Node opposing Arian energy, which has Chiron in the North Node and Eris. Right, and Ceres is currently in Libra, but she's literally switching into Scorpio tomorrow. This energy. He's moving up a mountain because you could see the village and towns and stuff in the background are actually being viewed from a higher viewpoint, a higher point of view. And he's slaying people in the path because it wraps around here. He slayed this one to keep going. Walking up the path. Arian energy, super masculine energy, right? Aries rules the head, and it is masculine as mind, right? Yang, willpower, shot calling, manifesting ability, right? That aspect of the self. I feel like if you have a goal with this energy, nothing and no one can get in your way. It's like that mentality, right? Nothing and no one can get in your way. And it could be something mundane, like you're going after a certain pay grade, right? You're going after a certain job. It could also be kind of like the last reading, the example I use of like, you know, once you decide what it is you want, don't settle for less. It's like, yo, if you're not what I'm looking for, if you're not at the top, get out of my way because I'm going to the top. I have a goal of what I want to reach, and you are in my way. And it's like slaying it, getting it out of the way. Getting it out of the way. Right? Give me some insight, Spirit. To that Aryan energy. It is a chaos agent, right? That Eris energy is a chaos agent. And it is in Aries, kind of like the crazy warrior on the field who ends up taking out more enemies, more opposing forces than like everybody else put together type shit. You know, it's like in video games, how like when you guys have like live, you know, games where you can play with your friends against another team or whatever, and one person just demolishes everyone and their fucking kill stats and everything else are like through the freaking roof. And they're like, yo, like, how did you put up that much damage? Like, what the fuck? Like everybody else's damage points are like 10,000, 12,000, and they've got like 150,000 damage on the board, and everybody's just like, what the fuck? Like this person just went fucking berserk, you know, and just cleared everybody out. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. It's like, you know, you're in my way. You want my attention right now, but you are not what I'm after. Get out of my way. If you won't get out of my way, respectfully, I will move you the fuck out my way. You know, like, sorry, not sorry. I have places to go and things to reach. And you are literally distracting me. I don't give a fuck about what you're doing or what you want right now. You know, like, facts though. You know, like that poor addict, right? And that's the poor me he likes to play, being an addict. Like, you got all this beautiful stuff going for you, but you want to be an addict, and your addiction is more important, right? Your addiction is more important. So it's like, you know, if you're me, I'm on the path, you know, and you're trying to get to the top to, you know, fabulous future Mr. and Mrs. Straight Edge, you know, and you're an addict, it's like, listen, like, you're great. Get the fuck out my way, though. You're just a distraction. Get out of my way. You know, like, sorry, not sorry. People that are not what you're looking for, or things that is not what you're looking for, like, move on to the next. Do not hesitate to cut whatever it is out that needs to get cut out, because you've got so much shit coming. You've got so much. Yes, I love this. Give me some more, Spirit. Give me 2 more clarities. Yes. This is healing being fucking confused. You're coming out. High Priestess on the bottom, so you already fucking know. You're coming out. King of Chalice is on top. When you're being super vulnerable with yourself, you are so ready for new. Okay, this is the Hanged Man clarified by the Fool card, which almost seems oxymoronic, because one is stuck and the other one is literally ready to go off a cliff. You know, but it's like coming out of this chrysalis, coming out of your deep freeze and realizing it is time to fucking fly. Like, I feel like you want to fly. And if you can't fly, you're ready to roll, you know? Like, you're ready to roll. You're ready to go, you know? Like, maybe you've been stagnant for too fucking long. Maybe you've been distracted for too fucking long. Right? Maybe you've felt that. Maybe you've been distracted for too long. And now we've got this 9 of Cups with the 7 of Cups and the Star card. If you want your wish, and you know you want your wish, then you're healing being confused. You're healing being confused. You're confused because you want to fly with a butterfly kite, but it can only get you so far off the ground. You're the butterfly. This isn't about having a butterfly kite and saying, well, it's close. It's not the same, though. It's not the same. You know, a little butterfly kite that takes you about 6 inches to a foot off the ground is cool. It's cool. But it doesn't beat like flying 60 feet in the air. You know, the perspective's a little different. So it's kind of like really figuring out what it is, that wish that you really, really want, and then feeling lucky, right? That ladybug, that big ladybug. It feels lucky now. And ladybugs, they eat aphids, and aphids damage flowers, right? They will eat the nutrition from the bud of a flower before it blooms, so that it never fucking blooms. And ladybugs eat the aphids. This is, instead of being the rose, being devoured by the aphids. You're turning into the ladybug to eat the aphids, to save the rose. It's a little bit different. You're not the rose waiting on your ladybug to come and save you from the aphids anymore. You've taken on the role of being the ladybug. right? And like attracts like, so hey. Then we got the 10 of Wands with the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is in reverse. So double tens. Okay. This is knowing you're in the home stretch and that you're tired of being betrayed. You're tired of being betrayed. So much so that I think you can sense it coming because you know they're from past lives. With the tombstone there on the card. You know they're from past lives. And it's a been there, done that type energy. And you can mourn the letting go of them if you need to. If you need to. But I feel like you're done mourning. You know, that 10 of Swords being in the reverse, I think you're done mourning. I think you're realizing that mourning the loss of past life soulmates is just too heavy, right? And you've got things to do. You've got places to be. You've got light to live. And so you're letting go of this 10 of Swords energy. That's why I said, like, if something's not what you want and it's just a distraction, it's like, get out of my way. Like, no mercy. No mercy. Like, not asshole, you know, but like respectfully, no. And if they don't like no for an answer, okay, well then you force your way past it. Like, you don't even see them. You don't even see them. I think you're taking a chance. I think you're taking a chance on emerging. I think your wish is waiting for you to step into the role. That like attracts like. I think the universe is waiting for you to step into that role. To be what it is you wish to attract. To be what it is you wish to attract. And let them match you. And let them match you. Whatever it is that you want, you don't need to be confused about it, right? You don't need to be confused about it. Which was a big thing in these readings, right? The theme. The theme of these readings. Like, if you want the golden goose who lays the golden eggs, then you got to be the golden goose. You got to lay the golden eggs. You've got to create the golden opportunities. You've got to nurture the golden opportunities. Because that's the only way you're going to find another golden goose. You know? So, with that said, I will have the timestamps in the comments. All right, so y'all can go back and rewatch the secret code name that spoke the most to you. I really appreciate everybody who has dropped likes and left comments and even shared this out. If you shared it out, I'm eternally grateful. And I look forward to serving you moving forward, whether it's here like this on the channel or through the Divine Rebels here, right? My memberships here on the channel. Whatever you're guided to, right? I'm just, I'm thankful. So if we part ways here, I wish you nothing but the best in this life and the next, and I will see you next time. Bye.